This is how I trade London session. This is how I catch the top of the move, the bottom of the move. This is how I catch the early moves that happen. Getting the move early instead of getting the move during New York session. Instead of catching the retracement expansion, I catch the reversal, catch the bottom, the top of the top. This is my London session strategy. This is how I trade London session. This is primarily for London session. It's not including New York. And quick disclaimer before we start off. Real quick before we start off, make sure you guys are on Discord. Like, comment, subscribe, share. And I'll see you guys on Discord and I'll get straight back into it, right? How do I trade London session? A lot of you guys have been telling me CIC, how do you trade London session? I'm entering trades at 1 a.m. I'm getting stopped out. I enter a trade at 2 a.m. I get stopped again. I get multiple entries at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. I get stopped out. Help me. No worries. I'm here. I'm your hero. Okay? For free. And this is how I trade London session using CRT and the concepts, right? Every concept I'm talking about over here, I've already taught you guys in the ETU free Mastermind CRT bootcamp. So I'm all the expert to you guys to know this concept. So if you guys don't know this concept, make sure you go watch it out, right? Go watch my ETU free Mastermind CRT bootcamp, fully free, right? There's a playlist in the YouTube, and just get straight into it, right? How to trade London session? How do I trade it, right? Is I trade it during a specific time. I know you guys trade your London session at 1 a.m., at 2 a.m., at 3 a.m., at 4 a.m., at 5 a.m. And you guys are confused, like, Taki, I enter trade at 1 a.m., I get stopped out. At 1:30 a.m., I get stopped out again. They give me CISD, they give me Mortal 1 or CISD or order block, whatever the shit is, gives me constantly at 1 a.m., 1:30 a.m., 2 a.m., 2:30 a.m. I get concept like that, CISD. At 3 a.m., suits me one more time, and it's at 3 a.m. makes the actual move happen, right? Don't worry, I'm here to save you. The only time you would ever want to trade London session is from 3 to 4 a.m. or sometimes 3 to 5 a.m. The only time you trade from 3 to 5 a.m. is if you have an hourly CRT or the CRT is there and you have a confirmation for the CRT, right? So, and the CRT get respected. If it's an hourly, looking for that CRT to get respected, right? If it's a 4-hour, trade up to 5. You could trade up till 5 a.m. if there's on a setup, but if the CRT is respected. But usually you will always trade from 3 to 4 a.m. Now this saves you how many hours? 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours of time it saves you, right? So now you're not looking at chart at 1 a.m. You're not looking at chart at 2 a.m. You're not looking at chart at 5 a.m. You're looking at chart at Pacific time just for an hour, which is between 3 to 4 a.m. This is a very Pacific time. It's very Pacific time, right? This saves you a lot of time just for an hour. Imagine trading just for an hour and making big profits. Catching the top of the top moves, catching the bottom of the bottom moves, and as well as being the early and having an early entry to the move, to the leg, right? Let's get straight into it. Get straight into the chart here. I just said you only want to trade from 3 to 4 a.m. and sometimes 3 to 5 a.m. depending on the scenarios, right? So now I get a lot of questions you guys ask me, and today, keep in mind, today London session, you have not traded the London session. Why? Today London session, you have not even traded because low probably day. Why? Because market did a big ass candle, right? Big ass candle on the resistance range was too big, as well as the daily candle had one big ass daily candle, two big ass daily candle. To the third candle, usually want to chill off a little bit. Usually that's not the actual cause. The actual cause is the resistance range being too big, right? So this day you would have no setup. But the day before, this day as well, you would have not had a setup. But I mean, you would have had a setup, but market never type your entry, right? So let's go to a day where it did give you a setup, right? And please keep in mind, everything every rule is the same rule, okay? Every rule is the same rule. So the rules I give you guys, on how I trade the New York session, is literally the same rule. You're looking for a legit high. You're looking for these protocols, right? Same thing. It's just timing is a little bit different, right? So this is yesterday, yeah? This is last week. It's 21 o'clock. So before we move forward, let me give you guys even more advance into this. if you have the 5 p.m. candle as your CRT, you're looking to trade only from 3 a.m. and you're looking for that purge to happen at 3 a.m. If it happens any time before 3 a.m., you're looking for a hourly CRT to trade, right? And you're waiting until 3 a.m. with that hourly CRT. So you have a 5 p.m. You know what I'm saying? That's just the 5 p.m. candle, right? If is your CRT, that purge does not happen at around 3 a.m., but it happens earlier than that. All you're doing is waiting till 3 a.m. You're marking the hourly candle, the biggest candle in the hourly time frame. Usually the 2 a.m. candle will be always the CRT, but sometimes you'll be an inside bar and it will be a different candle to be the bigger candle, right? You're marking out the biggest candle in the hourly time frame. That could be used as a range, and you're looking for a 5 minute to continue that move to the upside. If the purge does happen at 3 a.m., you're looking for a 15-minute CISD. You're not looking for a 5 minute, you're looking for a 15-minute CISD alone. If the 5 p.m. candle gets purged by the 9 p.m. candle, in this case, it gets purged by the 5 p.m. candle, gets purged by the 9 p.m. candle, and there's no range no more of it. Sometimes it will leave a range, but when it doesn't leave a range, you just use the 9 p.m. candle as your CRT. But if it does leave, if it does still, if it's still in the range, you will still do the same thing. You wait till 3 a.m. You mark out the biggest hourly candle, and look to trade it as a CRT, and look for a 5 minute, because market will usually not retrace. Sometimes it will, sometimes it will not. But guess what? You're guaranteed to take that move if it does do that, right? If the 9 p.m. is your CRT candle, you'll be looking for a 1 a.m. purge or 3 a.m. purge, right? If it happens at 1 a.m. purge, you will still wait till 3 a.m. Why? Because at 2 a.m. could stop you out. Sometimes you will not be like that. Sometimes you just go. Guess what? Quality over quantity. You want to avoid losses. Human mind can't comprehend too many losses. So quality over quantity, that's a simple word I could say to you guys. So if your 9 p.m. is a candle, looking for a 1 a.m. purge or a 3 a.m. purge. If the candle gets purged at 1 a.m., wait till 3 a.m. And if it's around the CISD, enter the trade. If it's not on the CISD, all you're looking for, because see, this time you're not looking for a purge here, right? Now you're looking, if the market's still on the CISD, right? And it's playing around there, you could enter the CISD, or I just say here, and when I say this specifically, right? When I say when it gets purged at 1 a.m., when you wait till 3 a.m., at 3 a.m., you do not have to look for a purge, right? You don't have to look for a LUCT purge if the CID is there. If you need a CID and the CID can get tapped. If the CID did not get tapped and market expanding, we use that 2 a.m. or the biggest hourly candle as your CRT, and you're looking at that to continue the move to the upside or to the downside, right? That's already happening, right? You're looking for a 5-minute entry to the move, right? So you don't miss out the move. And if it gets purchased at 3 a.m., you're looking for a 15-minute CIZ only, right? And how do you know if you're looking for a 3 a.m. or how do you know if you're going to get purchased at 3 a.m. when you already purchased at that 1 a.m. candle? Simply, all you do is wait till 3 a.m. and you know what I'm saying? So that, when you get purchased out, it's usually at 2 a.m. When you purchase at 2 a.m., market will push right back down, right? And push it back out. But this is why I tell you guys, you wait for our CRT, we wait for a CRT. Now this avoids a lot of confusion, right? Now you don't enter a random CISD. So now, let's just say the CISD is a low probability, right? And in the market's going to go purchase it out at 3 a.m. The low or the high of the CRT, once again, we're going to be fine. Why? Because you have to wait for the hourly CRT and the 5-minute CISD to get confirmed, which will not get confirmed until the purge happens. So let's get straight to the chart. That's my PDF. If you guys want my PDF of this, make sure you guys join my Discord. I could give you guys my PDF, or just comment down PDF. You still have to, get down to my Discord to get that PDF, but make sure you guys put down PDF, you guys, in the comment section if you guys want that PDF, right? So yeah, let's get straight into the example here. The 9 p.m. candles are CRT. We're looking for a purge between 1 a.m. or 3 a.m., right? So let's go back to this time. My Wi-Fi is lagging a little bit. I'm sorry. Why? Yes, I know why. I know why. I'm sorry, mate. Oh, come on, work, please. Come on, mate. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's get straight into it. I'm sorry. Okay. Perfect example. You're either looking for a purge at 1 a.m. Perfect example. Clap it up. Clap it up. CIC is here to save you. You can only look for a purge at 1 a.m. or 3 a.m. 1 a.m. candle purge out the low. And guess what? If the 2 a.m. candle purge out the low, you're waiting for 3 a.m., right? 3 a.m. You're looking for a different purge. So how do you know? You meant to be looking for another purge of the COT low if the 2 a.m. candle purge out the COT absolute low, right? So the 1 a.m. candle in this case purge out the low. But guess what? You only trade till 3 a.m. So guess what happens? The 3 a.m., the 2 a.m. candle purge out the low. Oh my goodness. It makes all sense now, right? The 2 a.m. purge out. So the first 1 a.m., you still have to wait till 3 a.m. for the confirmation if you want to get respected or not. So because the 2 a.m. could stop it out, right? 2 a.m. stops it out. Holy, that's that simple, right? Eventually the 2 a.m. stops it out. Now, what are you doing here? Waiting for another purge right back down because the 2 a.m. took out the candle. Right? Interesting. Taki's onto something. Oh my goodness, right? Okay, let me get a bar replay here. I'm sorry for this. I gotta get a bar replay so I get some examples, right? It's gonna be a long video. You're gonna have to study this, my man. Right? The video's gonna be lagging because my Wi-Fi right now is kind of dug. You know what I mean? I apologize for this. Let me go and ay. Sorry. I messed it up. I'm still gonna record, okay? I don't care. This has to go published, alright? But all you're looking for is you're looking for a repurge, right? Why are you looking for a repurge? Because the 2 a.m. purged it out. When the 2 a.m. purged it out, you're looking for that repurge. But if the 1 a.m. purged it out and it's not getting respected until 3 a.m., you have a whole hour, actually 2 hours, for it to get respected. So basically, if you get respected, enter that 15 CSD. Simple as that. I'll actually make another video for this. You know what I mean? I don't know if this is actually still recording, but I'll make a backtesting video. Alright, but for us now, there's gonna be the PDF. I've showed the example right over here. I don't know why it's not loading. Let me see why it's not loading here. Come on, man. Come on! Come on, mate. Holy, bro. I think I gotta go back out and back in, man. I think that's the best way. Oh, this is the best way. Holy. It's a problem, man. But you can see, all you have to do, look, mark that 2 a.m. candle. This is 2 a.m. Right? This is 2 a.m. high, 3 a.m. candle. So in this case, the 3 a.m. you will, as I said, you will look for an hourly CI, you look for an hourly CRT if the 2 a.m. purchase it out, and you're looking for a repurchase down there, right? In this case, the hourly CRT high gets pressed first, so you're not looking for that. You're not looking for the 5-minute advanced entry. Now you're looking for that 15-minute. So you can only enter after this log is purged, log got purged, CISD, and you're probably wondering, well, Tucker, you got a CISD right over here. You got a confirmation. But guess what? It's not a full range, right? It's not a full range of a candle. It's a body. Body is low probability unless it's a consecutive candles, right? So you gotta avoid that. Model number 1. And then you enter the trade here. Holy Taki, CIC trades. You just made me 1 loss, 2 loss, 3 losses. Oh my goodness. You just made me profits. You just made me profits all the way. Right? This is how you guys are. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. And your target goal is right at that high, right on the high. You're going for a 7 RR, right? Instead of you taking 2 unnecessary loss, you just take one trade, you miss 7 RR. Oh, Holy, it's that simple, right? It's that simple. Let me give you guys one more example, right? Let me give you guys one more example because I love you guys, right? For the love, for the love, you know what I mean? For the love. For the love. Let me see if I can get an example. You see, I'm not even doing this in a complicated way. I'm not even over exaggerating this, right? It's just I haven't even gone and body replay and tested. I just look at a chart. I could literally see using my vision, right? And you go right over here. Let me give you another example. This day, there would have been an example, but it never get tapped the entry, right? But this day would be a different type of example. Make sure you guys stay tuned for that. That's going to be a candle range being reused. So it's going to be a close above, close below, low prices, close above higher prices with a CRT. So looking for a CRT to get so basically breakout and retest and situation of a range, right? So a range gets broken out, it gets retested. The higher of the range gets retested, eventually goes right back in. Goes like continues to the upside, right? That's gonna be future topics, not right now. If you wanna learn that, you have to pay me. Fuck that shit. All right, let me get into it. Let me give one example, right? Let me see. Taki did. Let's be serious here, okay? Let's be serious. We're serious people. Serious people. I'm serious. I'm serious, bro. I am serious. Serious. Yeah. So on this day, it would have been an interesting day because the CRT high got first, so you would have not turned this day, right? When the opposite side of the CRT, of the opposite side, if a CRT is purged, you're not looking to trade it. Why? It is that you are not taking a trade. You could risk it. You could be like, okay, this could be a double purge, right? Purge out the high, purge out the low, and make a real cost. That sometimes is a low probability. So if you want to focus high probability, this would have been a setup. If you're focusing low probability, this would have been a setup here, right? And yeah, let's get straight into it. You can only take a purge at 1 a.m. And keep in mind, this is an unusual form of a range because the high got purged first, right? But guess what? As I said, double purges, right? Double purge range theory. You guys never heard of this. I know. You're here to learn, right? So, Taki, give them Marmo one. You can stop that. Why? That's not a legit low. So as I said, if the rule, the same rule as I use apply to this right over here, right? Same rules apply. You wait until 1 a.m. to get a high gap purge at 1 a.m. Okay, that's the right timing. But guess what? That's not the low, right? So you're looking for double purge CRT, double purge DCT, right? Guess what? Now we're waiting for 3 a.m. 3 a.m. purge out the low. 3 a.m. Talking, that's the right time. Talking, the right time. Tuck shake. No. Hey, purge at the right time, but the low is not as your low. That low did not close in a visual way of it being a bullish or bearish candle. It just closed the same price as the other candle. So it can be considered as a bearish candle. There's not a legit low here, right? And people want to, well, this. I don't see a bearish candle there. I don't see a bullish or bearish candle there, right? So I'm not gonna count it as anything. So I'm gonna count that as a not a legit low. So now, Taki, you're taking a say CIC. Now what am I saying Taki for? CIC. You bring the same, trading rules to London session. I thought it's supposed to be just for New York. No, Goofy, it's supposed to be for everything. These rules, the rules I make is not a random ass theory. It's a theory that's backed off by proof. Okay, so low got purged, right? Low got purged. Legit low, bearish, bullish candle. So after this candle purge it out, we're looking for this low getting purged out. Why this candle? Why, right? Probably wondering like, well, this candle to purge it out. You're looking for another low. This is the right timing. Timing of this purge happened right time, right? So this candle, these two candles, right? This bearish candle happens to pop this low, and this candle closed bullish, right? So now this candle, first of all, is in the right time and is a legit low. Low got purged, closure above, right? You enter out of that. And if you're more advanced, you would have been smarter on this. You would have been way smarter on this, right? You would have been like, Taki, since, I'm your student, I would have paid attention more, right? You would have gone even more advanced. So if I go to this time frame right over here, I go to the 1 minute chart, you know what I'm saying? If I use my brain here, There's a low here. Boom. There's a last high that purged out these lows. Looking for that unicorn model, right? Unicorn model, low time for CRT with the half CRT. Looking for that 1 minute entry, right? And this is like to me, not even looking at the 1 minute time, I could tell you guys, okay, there's gonna be an entry here. There's gonna be a entry of a CID here, right? Market, boom, close above this high. Never tap the entries on these, right? No, they didn't close above that. Let's see, we did the same entry. Same candle closure. Nope, you didn't close above it. So it's not your CISD. Your CISD, boom, close above it. I then tapped it. Oh, Taki, you saved me so much profits. Oh, you saved me so much gains. Oh, CIC. Why am I saying Taki, bro? CIC, you saved me so much gains. CIC. Now I'm entering earlier. Now I'm catching more pips. Now I'm catching. Holy, you're revolutionizing my trading. I know. That's my power, It's my wisdom. Is this you probably wondering, well, Taki, is this realistic? Yes, it is. You guys see me do this before, right? Multiple times. And you got an overlapping fair value gap, right? With the unicorn model, closure above it. Enter. Why in this case you would have not entered the unicorn model, you enter the CISD. Why? Unicorn model is skinny candle, right? You don't want to take a skinny candle. So you're entering this trade, same trade I'm entering, you're targeting the higher time frame. What is the higher time frame? There's an entry here as well. Keep that in mind. There's an entry here as well. Same target goal. Taki, you're making it so much sense. Taki. 19 RR. It's probably wondering it's unrealistic to you because you're a bum. You don't know the depths of the market. It's too much. There's too much candles. But there's the next examples, right? There's another example, right? Taki, how do you know this much? How do you know? How was your wisdom so strong? CIC, why is your wisdom so big? Yes, I know. Stop whining here. Boom, target got met, right? That's just another example. If you guys want a back testing session, comment down below. I have to see more than 3 yeses. If I don't see more than 3 yeses, then I'm not gonna do it because I know you guys trade. I know at least more than 10 people in my in my Discord trade Luna session. So I must see more than 3 yeses. If I don't see more than 3 yeses, I won't do it. This is my Luna session strategy. This is how you can catch the bottom of the bottom, the top of the top. This is how you really buy low, sell high. This is how you catch the earlier moves. Keep in mind, this move that happened to the upside, I couldn't catch it on New York. You could have. I couldn't. This move to the upside that happened right over here, you already catch it down here. I couldn't. I missed more profit. I made only 8 RR while you made 19 RR. Difference, right? But wondering like, Taki, CIC, but this is the 50-minute model one. Hey, as I said, being different market, the new way I'm trading right now, like I could literally enter in the 1 minute time frame. Just wait until I get a trade just like that, and I hope it goes on to take profit. But if I do it right, it should hit take profit. I mean, I don't care if I give it take profit or not because I go based out of probabilities, not right. I don't go based out of I should be winning or not. But over the long term, it should giving us profit because we're gonna make way more less. We're gonna make way more, like around like 10 above RRs, right, per trade, high likely. And even if I mess it up, it's lessons we're gonna have to learn. But my goal in trading is to get that 1 minute entry because those entries are sniping, bro. It's not gonna happen every time, but it will happen. When it does happen, profit out of it. This is enough example. I give you guys, examples of it. If you guys want a PDF, comment down below and join my Discord for the PDF. So thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Peace.